Today on Toy Shiz, it's Batman versus Batman. Let's talk toys. Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look. And today we are totally checking out the brand new Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse. Everyone's going to get a good laugh at this one. Get ready. It's Batman versus Batman as part of the Batman DC Multiverse, right? It's all Batman. Well, this one actually is Batman versus Batman, basically. Well, Jean-Paul Valley versus Bruce Wayne, we'll just say. From The Curse of the White Knight storyline by Sean Gordon Murphy. Here's the barcode as well. These are starting to hit Target stores, and that's where I found mine. So, this is going to be fun. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new DC Multiverse, The Curse of the White Knight, Batman versus Azrael by Mcfarlane Toys. And of course, here's everything taken out of the packaging, which you get two figures, you get some weapons, accessories, and you do get a very interesting base. Now, I haven't been the biggest fan of recent McFarlane bases, but this one actually is pretty darn cool, and I like the thinking behind it. Not only is it just fire that's got some peg holes to apply said figures, it really does create quite the epic scene, right? Straight from a comic book. Go figure, right? That's where most of these things come from, in case anybody forgot about that. But the fire is very cool, and to really show that off, talk about it, it's a really nice orangey red clear plastic, and it does the trick. It's very wisping, and the fire's crackling, and it's got all that cool effect to it. And like I said, there are multiple pegs on this to apply the figures if you wanted to go that route. Now, I feel that it works best for, let's say, just the regular Batman. But Azrael, in some cases, he's a little hard to finagle and kind of put him on the stands. But the best part is, all of the base breaks apart into three separate pieces. So then, yeah, you can kind of create a very cool scene if you wanted to go that route with some depth. Say you're doing some action figure photography, something along that nature, right? And I like that thinking ahead. It doesn't have to be exactly put figures on the pegs. You can do whatever you want. Nice customizability with that, and you get a nice photos of Azrael. And speaking of which, just to say right off the bat, this is the exact same figure. He comes with the exact same accessory we have seen. Got some nice paint, some gold, some red, some silver on it. So it does look nice. You're going to need a stand for this guy. Just in the reissue of this figure, this one is incredibly loose compared to my prior first release of this Azrael and his Batman armor. Just mainly in the legs. Now, this one does have some articulation points to it. They work well. He's got a really gorgeous cape. Overall, it's a really nice looking figure. He's got some silver, he's got some black, he's got some red eyes to him. He does get hindered by the armor. I've looked at this figure, of course, before. He is amazing just in kind of standing there. And in moving this figure around, yeah, he does get a little convoluted, a little stressful, right? This is kind of a stressful figure, especially in standing. He does have double jointed knees. The main gripe I have, and it's really with a lot of the McFarlane Multiverse, are the ball-jointed feet. Because they ratchet more than they just kind of glide in that sense, so you have to get it in a set position when you move it. I've said it a dozen times, but I think it's time to change those or fix it, do something different. Now, in terms of first release Azrael to this release Azrael, could you tell me the difference between the two? No. It's the exact same figure, exact same paint, exact same everything. Now, in talking about this new Curse of the White Knight Batman, he is a little bit different than other releases. He does come with the same exact batarang that's looped around on a rope. You can put it on his belt. I do like it. Just wish we had gotten something else, right? He does have this really cool set of swords, and it applies to his back with a peg hole right there. And they're done nice, let's say, from this side. You see it pegs in. On this side, you can see the blades, and they've done this before. Let's just say, offhand, I could say, with a Witcher figure that they did. The blades go in and out. They're nicely painted. Overall, it's a gold sword. They put some silver on there, and it slips in, but then it doesn't exactly stay in, we'll just say. And once you kind of keep pushing them in and out, it's going to start scraping it up. It's unfortunate because it doesn't look right when you have it on the figure. On the back, it looks fine, but the figure itself, he does have these newly sculpted belts, right, that act as the piece. that holds the swords onto his back. So I like that. So at least it's a little bit different of a figure. The paint on it, however, he's missing some aspects that the first release did have. Other than that, this is the exact same Curse of the White Knight or Batman White Knight figure that we got minus the cape. I do like the articulation on this guy. This is one of my favorite Batmans in recent years because, one, I like the source material, and two, I like the design of this Batman. But when you get him all going, if you get a Mcfarlane flight stand, you can have a lot of fun. He articulates well, he poses nicely. I really like they bring that art style to life with both of the figures. And to just kind of show you the comparison of the two, again, it's minute differences other than the cape and then having swords and whatnot. The swords, I think, are a little bit too tall, let's be honest. There's various paint apps missing, for instance, the little sword that's on his belt, but overall, I am happy with this Batman figure. So, again, being happy with Curse of the White Knight and liking the source material, he does look good, and he does look good riding the Curse of the White Knight Bat Cycle. So, he will fit on there. You're going to have to finagle it, make it work for you, get the legs in perfectly. But overall, yes, you can get him situated. He does have two item holding hands this time, right? So, he can hold both the handlebars of the Bat Cycle, and yeah, he does look good doing it. So in all honesty, in terms of me recommending this set, if you don't have either of these Batman figures in some fashion, yeah, this will definitely be a home run, but I can't say that the articulation and then the loose joints are all that great. On Azrael, that's one of the bummers. My previous Azrael doesn't have the loose joints where mine, and this version, definitely does. I really like the Batman. I think that he looks great. I like the swords. I don't like how they really did it with the sheaths and everything else like that. But when you have him in and you kind of have him set up on your shelf, yeah, he does look good. I think the fire base is fantastic. I think that's the greatest addition to this set. I like the forward thinking. I like to see more of that in the future. Overall, I would say this is largely a pass. You don't need to collect every single DC multiverse nowadays. There's just minute differences here and there. If you're a huge fan of Sean Gordon Murphy's Curse of the White Knight, it's definitely a pickup. But if you already have these figures, or if you're getting it just for the Batman or just for the Azrael, I would say probably wait until clearance. But I am curious to know what you guys think about these two figures, about this set. Is it for you? Will you be grabbing? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Batman Curse of the White Knight 2-pack. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember,